Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. Jota, and today we will be talking about Kylian Mbappe and of course Erling Haaland, because 1 hour ago it has been official. Manchester City and also Borussia Dortmund have reached an agreement in all terms about Erling Haaland for him to become a new Manchester City player. So it's official now. The thing is, I have this video from Fabrizio Romano last night because he uploaded this video late at night talking about all the details, aspects and all the stuff, and we have to talk about I wanted to expand the scope a little bit more, considering there is a lot of things we have to talk about, and I would like to address specific things, because for now I'm considering Fabrizio Romano is getting into a kind of war with the Spanish press, as he considers the signing of Erling Haaland from a completely different perspective to our perspective, right? For Fabrizio Romano, Haaland has signed with Manchester City because his own decision and under his own decision, and that's it. And for us, for all the Spanish press, newspapers, media and stuff, what we think about is pretty much that what has happened, it is that Real Madrid hasn't been really interested in signing the player for a combination of different circumstances and reasons, right? So I'm gonna break it down completely. The video of Fabrizio Romano and our perspective, and then we will be talking about a little bit more Kylian Mbappe, his trip to Madrid, and of course why Al-Khelaifi was in Madrid as well yesterday, and the latest picture that Sergio Ramos uploaded to his Instagram, where apparently he was having a dinner with Kylian Mbappe and other players, and of course the latest news from Diario AS claiming when Kylian Mbappe will be presented as a new player of Real Madrid. So let's get started listening to Fabrizio Romano talking about Erling Haaland and the done deal late at night last night.
Passed, everything was perfect. So if you hear some rumors of his Erling Haaland team, as always, following him to undergo his medical test as new Manchester City.
Yeah, first thing we have to highlight here, it is Erling Haaland yesterday had the medical test in Brussels, in Belgium, and apparently there was another doctor from Manchester City to double check and make sure that everything was fine, and apparently Fabrizio Romano said and confirmed everything was okay. And he takes advantage from this aspect to say, okay guys, if you hear some rumors about the injuries becoming an issue for other teams to sign Erling Haaland, like we did with Real Madrid, because we've been informing to all of y'all that for Real Madrid the background of injuries that he has had over the last 2 years, it has been a real issue for not signing him, right? For all of us, for los Madridistas, for the Spanish newspapers and media, the thing is, one of the reasons why Real Madrid hasn't been very interested, hasn't gone 100% to sign the player, it is 3 reasons. The first one, the injuries. The second one, the salary. And the third one, tactical wise, because we already have a bunch of strikers like Rodrigo and Benzema and Vinicius, so there's no room enough for him. If we also sign to Kylian Mbappe, that would not be room enough for Erling Haaland to fit in the tactical organization of Carlo Ancelotti, right? So those are the 3 reasons why Spanish newspapers claim Real Madrid hasn't gone 100% for Erling Haaland, which is a completely different version to the Fabrizio Romano's version. So that's why he's going to say right now that the stories about the injuries becoming an issue are simply not true, but that is his opinion.
Player, the tests have been passed, everything was perfect. So if you hear some rumors on Erling Haaland injuries, on problems on the injuries, and Real Madrid or any other club not convinced about the injuries, guys, this is not true from what I'm told.
Okay, I do not agree with Fabrizio Romano in this aspect, as I've been told the injuries had been an issue and a reason for Real Madrid not to sign Erling Haaland. One of the three reasons.
Erling Haaland is an incredible professional. He's always focused on football, he's always focused on training, and he had some normal injuries as it happens in football, but never had anything serious and never linked to his.
I do not agree either with Fabrizio Romano, because he has had 15 injuries in the last 3 years, which is a lot. I mean, it's a lot for a player 21 years old. It's a lot of injuries, okay? So I do not agree with Fabrizio Romano here, saying and claiming that the injuries never were an issue for Real Madrid, or either Real Madrid or Manchester City. I do not agree with that.
His lifestyle, absolutely. So the medicals were perfect in Belgium and Erling Haaland between Manchester City and Borussia Dortmund, because Manchester City will activate the release clause this week. So the deal.
Yeah, the other thing is apparently Manchester City will pay way less than expected to both, I mean Borussia Dortmund and Erling Haaland, because apparently Manchester City will pay about 65 million euros to Borussia Dortmund, and the salary of Erling Haaland, and that is something Fabrizio Romano will talk later on about that, is not going to be a crazy salary. Actually, it's going to be the same salary than Kevin De Bruyne, okay? So it's not going to stress the salary structure, it's not going to place more stress on the books, so it's not going to be a crazy salary or something like that.
It will be official in the coming few days or hours. 5 million reported around for many and many years. I'm told that the clause is significantly lower, and it means that for Borussia Dortmund is a different news, but at the same point, of course they knew, and of course
that is another reason why we think Real Madrid has stepped back from the signing of Erling Haaland. It's just because otherwise Borussia Dortmund would have made way more millions signing the agreement with Real Madrid versus the agreement that they already have signed with Manchester City. You know what I'm saying? So that is the problem with that.
they're already spending money of this Haaland deal, because they are set to sign Karim Adeyemi from Red Bull Salzburg as new striker, 38 million euros plus activated. The official statement will be this week because of Erling Haaland decision. From what I'm told,
because of Erling Haaland decision, that is not true again. Erling Haaland has been waiting until the end for Real Madrid to go ahead and sign him. But when he saw Real Madrid was not going to sign him, he probably changed his mind and he decided to accept the offer of Manchester City. That's it. Period.
Erling discussed internally with his family, with the club, and with his father, of course, his father Alfie, to have the announcement this week, as he wants to give the best farewell to Borussia Dortmund fans and to say goodbye to Borussia. Statement is coming very soon. You're going to break the salary structure at Manchester City.
Yeah, he's talking about the salary, which is not going to be something crazy or something like that. I bet it's going to be about 10 to 12 million euros a year, I think.
Because we heard rumors of a crazy salary, the same of Kevin De Bruyne.
And now he's going to talk about the role played by Real Madrid.
Clubs. I tell you something behind the scenes. Real Madrid have been pushing for Erling Haaland every single day. If you will hear some stories saying that Real Madrid were not interested in Haaland, this is not true. Okay,
those stories he's referring to is pretty much all the narrative from the Spanish newspapers, media, Josep Pedrerol, Ramon Alvarez de Mon, and all those who have been claiming Real Madrid was never really interested in the player, or was never 100% interested in the player, right? They were trying to diminish and look down the signing because he was never a real goal for Real Madrid. And Fabrizio Romano is actually saying otherwise. What he's basically saying is Real Madrid has been pushing hard to sign the player.
But it's also not true what they reported in December and in January for many months that Erling Haaland had a pre-agreement with Real Madrid.
Yeah, and according to Fabrizio Romano, he never had an agreement with any other. Haaland never had a pre-agreement with any club, which is not true because Edu Cornago, which I know very well, he told me he saw that document, right? What I don't know though is if Edu Cornago will show that document to the public, will release the document or not. So that'd be great, because that would give us the opportunity to spot the agreement between the player and Real Madrid, but I'm not quite sure that is going to happen.
Let me clarify this point. Erling Haaland never had any kind of peer agreement with any club in the world. Real Madrid, Spanish clubs, English clubs. Not true. Never signed any peer agreement, never.
So that is as far as Erling Haaland, and I don't want to take more time of y'all talking about Erling Haaland, because it's already done deal. It's official. Erling Haaland will play for Manchester City. And now let's move on, and of course let's talk about Kylian Mbappe, because yesterday it was a really busy day covering all the news regarding to the trip of Kylian Mbappe in Madrid. Apparently the player spent all day long in the capital of Spain, hanging out with friends and having lunch, having dinner with Achraf Hakimi and also Sergio Ramos at night. And some people were speculating and rumoring that he might be signing his contract with Real Madrid, which is apparently not true. Okay, it's not true. Kylian Mbappe just spent the day, like I said, hanging out. That's it. Nothing happened. But according to Edu Aguirre, the funny thing is, Al-Khelaifi was there in Madrid as well, right? He was in Madrid, and according to Manu Sainz, let me share with you all these words from Manu Sainz. According to Manu Sainz, Al-Khelaifi was in a meeting with all the clubs from the European Clubs Association, right? And apparently, for he was told, Manu Sainz is claiming Al-Khelaifi was all the time telling the other club presidents or whatever, he was telling them all he already had renewed to Kylian Mbappe. Let's listen to this guy.
Hola amigos, ¿qué tal estáis? Bueno, ya sabéis que yo siempre os he dicho que Mbappé iba a jugar en el Madrid la próxima temporada, ¿no? Que estaba totalmente convencido. Bueno, pues empieza a tener...
Oh, sorry. He starts off saying that he was completely convinced Mbappe will play for Real Madrid in the future, right? But now apparently something happened, and now he's a little bit hesitating about the possibility for Mbappe to sign for Real Madrid, and that is pretty much what he said.
Nasser Al-Khelaifi, presidente del PSG, ha estado hoy en Madrid con motivo de la reunión de la ECA, de los clubes europeos, y durante esa reunión el propio Al-Khelaifi ha estado presumiendo delante de sus colegas de que había renovado Mbappé, de que Mbappé se quedaba en el PSG.
I mean, is that true or not? We don't really know. And as far as myself, I prefer to stay away from speculations and rumors if I don't know anything, because, I mean, who knows? Might be true or not. To me, there's no choice, because, well, Giuseppe Reload last night said in Real Madrid, they are surprised with the trip because they didn't know anything about it. So the only thing that Giuseppe Reload, or the only thing he could share with us all, it was pretty much that in Real Madrid they are really, you know, surprised because of the trip, but that's it. And then they were covering all the trip when he was walking out the hotel, walking into the car, walking out the car, walking into the airplane and all the stuff, but nothing happened, right? They were also with Al-Khelaifi, who didn't respond to the question whether Kylian Mbappe will keep playing for PSG or whatever. So there's nothing new. I mean, nothing else we have to talk about. The only thing I have to share with you all, it is pretty much the information from Diario AS, from Joaquin Martín. Kylian Mbappe will present a new player before the tour, before the stage in the United States. So that'll be not before July the 23rd. Okay, so at some point between the first week and the second week of July, we might see the Kylian Mbappe being presented in the new Santiago Bernabeu as a Real Madrid player. And that is the last or the latest news that we have regarding to Kylian Mbappe. So guys, that is what we have today, and of course I hope you like the video, and of course subscribe my channel, and I'll see you all tomorrow with more stuff regarding to Erling Haaland and Kylian